All right, so we're out at the woods today. It's a really nice day. I actually did some stuff with the tractor, just some maintenance stuff and getting that type of thing taken care of. And I had a neighbor stop, never talked to, and he was asking me if I was willing to sell some lumber or some logs, I guess. And I said, I don't know. So let's take a look at that and see what you think. All right, so these are the logs I showed him, and he lives right down the road here. I think he's like 2 houses down. I believe he's from Illinois. His English was pretty broken, and he said his English wasn't real good, and well, neither is mine. But anyway, he was looking for logs to make 6x6s out of for something, from what I could piece together. And he was asking me if I would, when I'd be here. He's like, you're usually here every weekend, right? And I said, yeah, I'll be here next weekend for sure. And he said, well, I won't be. It sounded like it'd be 2 weeks before he was back, and he said he'd be in Illinois. So I'm assuming that's where he's from. There's quite a few people from Illinois in this area that have like vacation homes or cabins, that type of thing. So anyway, he looked at these, and he was interested in these, and then he saw the wood pile over here, and he asked about that. So let's take a look at that real quick. So we looked at this pile, and he was also looking at some of the older stuff in there, and he asked me how long it was in there, if it was 1 or 2 years. And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I would guess that's what it was. So well, anyway, he was saying like 300 he was thinking, and I'm assuming that was for this pile and those logs. To me, that seems really high. I didn't think that was worth, and this to me doesn't look like it's worth anything. And he wasn't interested in any pine. He said he has plenty of pine. He was just looking for oak. So I don't know. To me, that seems high. But then he was going somewhere, so then he stopped back on the way through and asked what I thought for a price. And I said, I don't know. And I was sitting down with like a board calculator on my phone when he stopped, and I measured some of these fresh cut ones, and I think that one there is like 17 inches is diameter, and it comes out to be like somewhere between 100 and 125 board feet, I think, depending on the type of calculator you use, or the model. There's an International, a Doyle, and something else. And I'm like, well, I don't know anything about this. And then he was saying, well, it used to be like 300 or 350, and now it could be as high as 500 because of the lumber prices. And I'm like, well, yeah, everything's up, but to me that seemed a little high. I'm not sure what it would cost. I mean, like something like that 17, or that one there must be close to 20. I'm assuming you could get probably 2 decent 6x6s out of there. And these are all 10 feet long. Maybe not this one. That one looks like it could be closer to an 8, but everything else is 10, and I measured that. So, and I told him that, I'm like, well, it's only 10 feet long, because some guys want longer stuff, but he didn't seem too concerned. So he said, well, he was going to check with a buddy of his just to see what stuff was going for, and then the next time he was back, he was going to let me know what he thought, if I'm interested in selling. I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have any plans for it, but I'm not sure what it's worth. I'm like, 300 to me seemed high. I was like, yeah, for 300, come get it. Because then that was the other question I had. Well, how are you getting it out of here? And he said he has a John Deere 955, I think is what he said. I'm not real familiar with that, but he made it sound like it'd be no problem getting it out. I'm like, okay, because I'm not gonna move stuff and do all that. If you want to come and get it. And then I'm assuming he would just leave the pine behind. If he took it, I'd be okay with that too. So I don't know if you have any thoughts, or if you know any formulas or what this stuff is actually worth, let me know, because I have absolutely no idea. I don't even have a ballpark. I looked up what 6x6s were. I don't know what the material was, and they were like, it depended if they were treated or cedar or whatever. So that's not really a legit way of figuring out what it's worth. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's it for now.